Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Chat Panitas, for your help. I appreciate it. I hope everyone had a great weekend. Lorado, Glorious E, Kerry and Smith, I hope you had a great weekend. We're Unconditional Love Tarot. Okay, the reason why I did not wait after the meeting between Trump and Zelensky and the NATO leadership is because I don't expect very much to come out of this, because all Trump is going to do is parroting Putin's demands. Because I didn't tell you guys yet. We have not seen one another, or I'm not sure. Saturday I said some stuff on my other channel, but anyway. Intuitively I feel Trump received his instructions while he was in the back of the beast with Putin. And as we know, and it was in the newspapers this morning, Putin speaks better English than we know. And it's his job to learn. He's learned. Okay? What I am concerned about in this meeting is Trump may try to find a way to pull us out of NATO or create some kind of rift. Trump is desperate. Putin has, as we know, dirt on him. Similar to the Epstein files. And I would not be surprised. One of you mentioned that either last week or sometimes before. What is it that Putin has on Trump? And does he know about the Epstein situation? At that time, I was, sometimes you have so much going through. You're seeing so many pictures and thoughts and all that. You don't record everything until way after that, and also over the weekend. I was being, and I'm still being reminded of how Trump keeps information not only at his house, but also Epstein had stuff at his house in New York City. And these people are not at their homes, those wealthy individuals. Sometimes those homes are empty with maids and caretakers, and those people are not there all the time. They have families as well. So I feel like saying Putin has some information. I don't know how critical they are. But that is why Trump is behaving the way he's behaving. I said it Saturday. It's worth repeating. He's caught between a rock and a hard place. Trump is trying to save himself. America and the rest of the world be damned. That's his attitude. I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't know if that's a curse. I don't think that's a curse. But that's the way I am getting Trump. He doesn't want to go to prison. He wants the Epstein thing to get off the front page and be done with it, but that's not going to happen. So I will tell you briefly what I feel happened Friday during that meeting. I don't know if I spoke about it here, but basically Putin told Trump what he wanted. Trump knew. As I'm sure some of you will remember, I told you already, Orban, Putin, and Trump have been in communication throughout the campaign and all that kind of stuff, okay? Trump knew. So when Trump went into the meeting Friday, the only people who were surprised at Putin's demand, and they were surprised as well, Putin Putin wouldn't budge after he read his list of demands that Zelensky should meet. And that's why we're seeing Trump saying it's Zelensky can end the war today. That's not true, because Putin he's an aggressor. He can't help it. But that's why they are behaving that way. And I don't know how many of you heard me say this, but it's worth repeating. I don't think I said it last week. People around Trump are beginning, they are concerned, very concerned, from Rubio to everyone else. In fact, it's in the newspapers. I read about it either this morning or last night, that they were freaking out after the meeting Friday, before they left Alaska, or the way things blew up, basically. So, intuitively, the European Union and NATO, all these people that are going to be there, they're going to have an influence. But the problem is going to be Trump is afraid of what Putin has on him, and he's going to try to, also, he has his own racist and ideas, how he wants this country to be. Dumb as a rock, but hey, he doesn't know, but that's what he wants. So that, coupled with Putin's demand, I feel there isn't very much room for negotiations here. I feel like saying 80% chance there won't be an agreement today. That's what I feel. And if there is one, it's going to take more negotiations. Let's put it that way, and I don't feel it's going to work. I understand, I saw the polls about how Ukrainians feel about the war. If I were in the shoes, I'd probably feel the same way. But, mark my word, Putin and Russia will get hit severely. Yes. Putin is not going to win this war. That's my prediction. Even if you see Ukraine flailing on the ground, I don't think so. Since this is not part of the topic, well, yes, it's part of the first topic. The notion also, I posted Trump Tower in Moscow. That's a distraction. From what I understand this morning, there is an article and some newspaper in Russia. They are planning a Trump Tower in Moscow somewhere. This is cover, okay? Yes, they may have it. It's a ruse. Putin knows Trump's weaknesses, and Trump can't help himself. What does Putin care? How old is he, 72? 71? Okay. At this point in his life, he wants to win the war in Ukraine and live an easy life. He has an easy life to begin with. But if he wins the Ukraine stuff, that would be a major stripe for him. But that's a manipulation tactic. First of all, to throw us off, Americans, the scent of him having something on Trump, okay? But it's more palatable to say, well, Trump is looking for a deal with him as opposed to anything else, demanding that the files be released like everyone is doing with the Epstein files. So that tower stuff, it's a distraction. That's all it is. Yes, they will build it. Nobody cares. Build up. We know how Russia works. As I'm saying this, if Putin is not happy, they will start building it and they don't finish it, or he seizes it. Nothing you can do. So let's see how that goes. But it's all a distraction. And the other thing, I'm going to move on to the Republicans' plan for 26, 28. That's another thing that's terrifying Trump, losing the midterm. I've told you before many times, whenever Trump meets with Putin, I get very concerned, one-on-one, and he did this past Friday. This morning, I'm sure you guys have heard that Trump started complaining about mail-in voting. He's going to dedicate himself to ban or whatever he's going to do. According to experts, he can't do anything about it. And this is going to mesh with Trump plans for the rest of this month. Intuitively, I feel Putin, since he's done it before and he has a lot of experience on how to convert. Well, there was never a full democracy in Russia, but do you guys remember Glasnost? There is they were a budding democracy. He basically killed it, and he's king. He knows how to do it, and he gave Trump the orders. I know it's only 10 minutes, but he told Trump on how to go or what to do to finish or to dismantle the Constitution and our judges, or our judicial system, so he can have his way. This morning, Trump complaining about, and that's only the first thing, by the way, the mail-in voting. Okay? Putin has told him about other things, but intuitively I feel, like I said, there is another book that we are not aware of. The Heritage Foundation has had a long time to plan how to go about winning elections using executive orders to trick people, doing everything. What they are trying to do, that, for example, okay, the National Guards that Trump think he's going to be able, he will federalize them, by the way. He will declare the Insurrection Act. It's a matter of when. I'm being honest with you guys, okay? If they succeed that in their minds, that's the way I'm getting him and the Heritage Foundation plan. If they succeed in scaring 20% of voters, it's a win for them. They're going to use a number of tactics to suppress the vote, to scare people from even if they're registered and they are available to vote, they won't go out and vote. They won't even try to do it or regular mail-in voting because they're scared. A number of other tactics Republicans are in concert with Trump, Heritage Foundation, and other lawyers. A lot of the stuff that we're seeing happening, Trump didn't just turn around and made them up and the people around him in the White House. No, they've been part of the list, the wish list that the Heritage Foundation has had. So they, some of them, they changed them a little bit, they massage, how they're going to do things. And also the other thing is lie. They don't care. For example, intuitively I feel, okay, I don't know, I'm sure you guys have heard of a family who was in a truck, of course, brown skin Hispanics, okay? 3 or 4 ICE agents stopped them, and they would not identify themselves, and they broke the windows of the truck, and the family took off. One of the agents fired 3 shots at the truck, and basically DHS or whichever entity, basically what they said, they lied. The family hit their agents, and it's a crime and blah, blah, blah. The reason why I'm giving you that example is that's what, they've been operating that way. They lie about everything. I'm sorry. Congress lady McGreever, she's going to win. I said she was going to win before. The same thing, they try to frame her. She hit an ICE agent. It's a lie. And she has been able to use videos, among other things, to prove DHS is lying. That's part of their plans. They don't care, and they have a leader who's very good at lying, and he has no qualm about it. No conscience, nothing. And whoever it hurts, as long as he is safe, that's what matters to him. But as I'm saying this, I'm being reminded there is a higher force in charge. Nasty thing can happen to people at any time. But that's what Republicans are working on right now. Cheating. And I've been saying this to all of you during the last 7 or 8 months, however long Trump has been in office. Democrats will win the midterm if they pay attention to how Republicans are going to cheat in order for them to remain in power. And my friends, they won't stop at anything. Having said that, please, you guys, leave me comments, okay? In a sense that I know I haven't answered comments. I'm so busy. But anyway, the reason why I say leave me comments is because I'm feeling something. Let me know if any of you are feeling the same way. I feel we are reaching a critical point. I feel we are reaching a point where something is going to happen. I'm not sure. Okay, in a sense that Trump is going to continue to push the envelope. Intuitively, I feel like saying, do you see what's happening in D.C.? Chances are it's going to start in D.C. Okay. Violence will ensue. Trump has this fantasy he wants to be a war president. And he wouldn't mind a civil war in this country because he thinks he's going to use the military to do his biddings for him and DHS people and all that kind of stuff. I think it's going to fail. But does any of you feel that we're reaching a crescendo here or a tipping point? Something is coming. That's what I am feeling intuitively. I feel, even if it's momentarily, there may be a breakup of the United States. Something akin to the Civil War. It's not going to be the same thing, okay? But the way Trump is going about dividing people, playing the preference, he does things for those who he likes and who he doesn't like, and all kinds of stuff. Even if there isn't a dividing line between North and South, something is coming, it feels like to me, and Trump is going to precipitate that whole thing. I'm feeling this. Let me know if any of you are feeling the same way. Intuitively, Trump, Heritage Foundation, and the people who are associating with him will lose, and it's going to be very bad for them. We're going to suffer as well. And let me tell you why. The other bad sign I'm getting, those guys, the Ted Cruz's of this world, they're going on TV, say, yes, the blue states, we should send the military, federalize the National Guard, all that stuff. They're just saying that, well, some of them really do mean it, okay? But a lot of them are going on TV and putting their stamp of approval on those types of activities. They're not taking time to think. It's going to become clear. I feel it has come clear to a lot of people in the House and in the Senate. But some of them are still going out, egging Trump and the people around him on about sending troops to New York, among other blue states. Intuitively, I don't feel it's going to go the way Trump feel it's going to go. And, if Republicans, the leadership, they've met about this before, if they wait too long, I believe I alluded to this before. Intuitively, I feel I'm looking for a way to say it. There is going to be an attack, okay, and arrest of Trump, those in his family, and the people who have been taking part. And that includes the Heritage Foundation as well. Okay, let me rephrase that. If fighting breaks out, something similar to the Civil War, Trump is going to try to ignite it. There is no doubt in my mind. Okay? If that happens, Trump and MAGA will lose, and I am seeing Trump the way they used to treat people when I was in Haiti. They didn't have as many handcuffs as we do in this country. And in those days, the 60s, not even mid-60s, okay? I remember since they didn't have those tools when they arrested people, they used to tie you with cords. And they not only tie your hands, but they tie it around your waist. I'm seeing Trump and people in his administration. There is a saying in Creole, yo en bas code, yo mette yo en bas code. That means they handcuff you. I know it's kind of long the way I said it, but that's the way I'm seeing Trump. Not with handcuffs, but with cords. This will not end well for Trump and his family and the people and the Heritage Foundation thinking they're going to ignite some major firefight in D.C. and it may spread. He will lose. Americans don't want that. And do you guys remember I told you, as I'm saying this, I'm being shown, I said, don't be surprised. Trump, Vance, and Mike Johnson, because those are the three that should follow. That's the order of succession for the presidency. Guys, remember I told you don't be surprised if those all three levels are removed. Watch that if somebody doesn't stop this, what Trump is taking this country, because he won't stop. He can't afford not to give Putin what Putin wants. He is terrified if he's no longer in the White House, he will go to prison, among a whole bunch of other stuff that him and his family are worried about. Okay? Intuitively, I feel, like I told you, I feel people in the Senate have met and talked about this. If they don't do something before that violence breaks out, that's what's coming. That's my prediction. And for the rest of the month, Trump is going to continue to create all kinds of distractions, even if he has to lie. Because September, remember first week of September, I believe, there's going to be that news conference with those Epstein victims. You don't know who's going to be there. And Trump is terrified about that. He has a number of things, his past misdeeds, that are scaring him to death. Trump doesn't know what to do. The only thing he can do is create chaos, since that has worked for him in the past. He's hoping that will work for him again. I got news for him. It's not going to work. And at some point along the line, there is a small percentage of the MAGA movement who want to fight. But the majority, they just want to bash liberals. I don't understand it. I don't know why they have mental issues. But they don't want to fight in a war. But let me remind you, I'm not being negative. Stephen Roberts told us in so many ways, if they don't get their way from Heritage Foundation, there'll be blood. And I've told you before what people like Temple and all the whole Trump influencers, what they were promoting, civil war. There's a very good chance we'll get there. And like I told them, point blank, if those of you who follow me on X, you can go and verify what I'm saying. I told them they're going to start something they won't be able to finish, and I predicted to them. I believe I said that to Temple, probably more than Temple, but I said that to. I remember I said it to Temple. You can go on my feed on X, you'll see it. It's been a while, maybe a year or two since I told him that. Okay, that they will lose. And I still feel that way. And Trump is counting on the military. Good luck. The National Guard, he's playing games. He's bringing people from South Carolina, Ohio. He thinks that that's what the Chinese did. Tiananmen Square. During the Tiananmen Square incident, instead of using people from the capital, they brought people from the provinces to oppress the protesters. Trump thinks that's going to work for him. Yeah, there are a few MAGAs among the National Guard people. They may do something just like that DHS agent who fired at that truck. They lose, and the military is not going to stand by. Trump wants to bring in the military. He's going to deploy them. Watch that space. They may even go to the White House and arrest him. Yes. Trump has no idea. And Trump and the people from the Heritage Foundation, they have no idea what they are starting. you know, me saying this, I would not be surprised if that's what happens. Even people, the only people that would probably stand and try to defend Trump is the Secret Service that he's known for a while. But when things, get serious, they'll back off. People on the White House ground, they won't defend him. And to believe that's what I feel. Trump is leaving himself wide open. He's creating something that he can't win. He's creating a fight. He's instigating a fight. He's starting a fight that he can't win because Americans don't play that. I don't remember the show, the TV show that had that in it. Americans don't play that. My prediction is violence is coming. I hope I'm wrong. But what Trump is planning is going to backfire on him. That's my prediction. Let's see what happens. Oh, God. Me talking. Shane Greenwich says, I also feel Trump won't be here during midterm. People cannot take this attack on them anymore. Exactly. He and his band of criminals must go. That's not a thing lately. I'm glad you posted this, Sean. I am seeing more signs and protest videos, people demanding that he be gone. Yeah. But I'm hoping and praying because something has to be done. There's something that's coming. Okay? I hope the powers that be step up. Craig Dixon says his own people will say, who is Trump? I don't know him. Exactly. Craig is right. That's going to happen. Just it's on video. So yeah, you'll be surprised when the fight starts. Oh yeah. How many people will just abandon him. Yeah. Right now, he's playing big man, and Ted Cruz is going to go on Fox News. So this is leadership. You should attack all and the Ted Cruz and Comer. He should attack, send the National Guard to the blue states. Too many crimes. Yeah, where those guys are from what I understand, Memphis, Tennessee. I mean, it's really sad, but. Jesus, from what I understand, this is not bad. This is not good at all. Crime is like, there are neighborhoods, you can even walk there. That's what I heard. And I see some videos over a couple of months ago. I don't get them anymore because I've been looking at gun shows and cars and stuff like that lately. So I don't see those videos anymore. As you know how the algorithm works. You watch one video and then they start spreading all kinds of stuff. So, I mean, similar subject. They keep piling, similar subjects on your feed, thinking they'll get you to keep looking. And yes, I do watch. But a number of weeks ago, I was trying to understand why young rappers are killing one another. Yeah, I saw a couple of videos what happened in Memphis, Tennessee. I saw some in D.C. as well, all over the place. But those that I saw from Memphis, Tennessee, oh my God. Maybe they showed me more of those than I thought. That Memphis, Tennessee and south side of Chicago, I think. Please forgive me if I'm wrong, if you are from that area of Chicago. I don't mean any disrespect, but I'm not familiar with the area, but that's what I heard, if I remember. I'm going on memory. Okay, I don't want to badmouth anyone's neighborhood, but I think that's what they said in the video. I mean, young, gifted black people. It's crazy. That's why I was looking at it. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking for questions. I think this is it. Okay. I am looking to see if there are any. Raymond DePasquale says, why men are instructed by reason, men of less understanding by experience, the most ignorant by necessity. Yeah. The beast by nature, Marcus Tullius Cicero. That is very true. Our letters to, I can't see my own screen very well because of the glare. Oops, I lost it. But you guys got my I love to read those things when Raymond posts them. Oh, it says, thank you, Milo. We can only hope that your vision is true and will happen as you intuitively see them. Sometimes we lose our way among the lies. For sure, our people are exhausted. Love your laughter. Thank you. Yeah, it's, and the thing is, it's all based on lies. Gracie says 45 met with Zelensky in Oval Office at 1:15. I thought it was supposed to be 12. Wow. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Please, friends, even if I can't answer everyone because I'm watching, I'm working, and I'm doing everything. If I don't answer everybody right away, I will answer. But I will. There are a couple of good posts, for example, that answer the question I asked you. If you feel the same way, if you feel something approaching a tipping point or something, I may answer that, but I will get to everyone. I have my hands full, believe me, with all these things, keeping up with everything, all that Trump is putting out. Thank you, everyone, for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmiro.com, or please feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number. Please, if you like the channel and you are not a subscriber, please subscribe. I'm still trying to get to 1 million. I know I am, quite a bit away from there, but we're trying. And also, please don't forget to tap on the notification bell if you subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. I will be back later, those who usually come to my other channel. Till then, bye.